Well, hello everybody. It's dinner time in my house, and tonight we're going to be making keto style enchiladas. And so if you've been jonesing for some enchiladas but can't figure out how to make them because you're doing low carb, well, stay tuned to this. I have 1.5 pounds of Beyond Meat's burger. And ground beef is just fine on keto. We're just substituting with the Beyond Meat because at this point we're just cutting back a little bit on the amount of red meat as in ground beef, but we may be visiting ground beef at a later date. I'll let you know about that. So this is the Beyond Beef. I'm going to add in some cream cheese, about 8 ounces. To my cooked ground beef, quote unquote. And then we're gonna just stir that in there really good. Hope everybody is doing well. I know times are challenging for all of us here in the United States with the COVID-19. Praying for those who have succumbed to the disease or have known someone who has passed on, and praying the peace of God that passes all understanding for you and your families. Just seeking God every day on His covering for all of us. Sometimes we have to do things like, we all have to eat. And so while we're pretty much on lockdown, trying to stay healthy the best that we can, I'm doing keto for my family to kind of assist with that. And maybe you too are wondering, what shall I eat? So instead of junking it up, eating junk food, let's get in our kitchens if we can and cook some healthy food. So that was 8 ounces of cream cheese that I blended. A 4-ounce can of the diced green chilies is the next thing I'm adding. And I'm also going to add about a bunch of cilantro. I really like cilantro. So if you don't like cilantro, you can leave that part out. And just gonna stir that really well. When you do your ground beef, make sure you drain the grease from the skillet. You don't want that in there. If you are using a meat alternative, like Beyond Meat, it's okay to add, or even recommended really, to add some avocado oil or olive oil or something like that. Gives it a some nice flavor. Yum, this looks really good, you guys. So we're gonna turn off the heat on this, and then I'll show you how I put it together in the pan. Stay tuned. So okay, now that the meat is done and blended well together, I'm going to just put a little oil in the bottom of my 9x13 pan. I'm using avocado oil, and hopefully keep my tortillas, is what I'm using, from sticking. So what tortillas am I using, you might ask? I like La Banderita. La Banderita is like our go-to around here for keto. So we're just gonna line our pan. This is the best because it only has 5 net carbs per tortilla. So that is going to help with the count, our count. Now that that's in my pan, I'm gonna go ahead and put half of the meat mixture on the bottom. And spread it through there pretty good. It smells really good, you guys. And then if you remember regular enchiladas, if you were using real corn or flour tortillas, you layer it. So the next thing that I'm going to put on here is going to be the red enchilada sauce. All right, so put that on there. I just bought 2 small cans of the red enchilada sauce. The original recipe where I actually got this from, the lady used a bigger jar. I think she used 16 ounces. These are 10-ounce cans. And for our purposes, that is plenty. I'm going to layer on top of that like I actually chopped 1.5 green onions, and I'm going to add some cheese. You can use any cheese you want. I decided to use half mozzarella here and a little of the cheddar. Mild cheddar on there. So then we're gonna do a second layer with our low-carb tortillas. And for this dish, the first layer only used 3, so I'll use 3 for my second layer. That should be fine. And we're just gonna repeat, adding in the remainder of the enchilada ground beef meat. I'm just gonna pour it in there, spread it around. Yum, yum, yum. So just spread it around your pan nicely. Nice, as even as you can. This recipe does not take very long. I have my oven already preheated to 400 degrees. All right, so next I'm gonna go ahead and put my enchilada sauce. So again, I just bought 2 of the 10-ounce cans. I think that should make it saucy enough. If you want to add more sauce, go right ahead. It's your party. So we're just spreading that evenly. Yum, yum, yum. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a few more of the chopped green onions that I had chopped already ahead of time. I'm going to put the final amount on top. We'll end it with cheese. And I like olives, but my husband and I both like olives, but my daughter does not, so we will not be using that many olives on the top. But you can leave off the olives if you're not a fan, or add more. Do your thing. Just want to make sure I get enough cheese on there. And here comes the olives. Just a sprinkle. I know my daughter will be picking hers off. Oh well, that's okay. I'm not really putting that many. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna put it in the oven until it's nice and bubbly. So here it is right out of the oven, still bubbling. Cheese is melted. And of course, I'm just gonna let this sit for a while so that we can cut it. This will be a serving of 6. We're gonna cut it into 6 pieces. And when it's plated, I'll come back and show y'all. Bon appetit. So here's the final product, plated. Doesn't it look yummy? Okay, I will let you know later what the family